We are live at 11:05 on BC. This is Spiritcars and Fast Eddie. You're living up to your name here. What's going on?
Putting wood in here so I can attach panels to it.
So you're playing Lincoln Logs today?
Lincoln Logs, yeah.
Well, yesterday we knocked out the Model A chassis. If you didn't see that video, that's of all the years we've been doing this, that's the first time I've actually stopped and did video on all of the things. So it's an actual assembly video, the whole thing.
Well, that probably help a lot of people put these things together.
Well, I was looking at this. So you're at a stage here where most people don't see. I come walking by.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're building Lincoln Logs.
Yeah.
Little piece.
Yeah, it'd be 3 panels, a big panel here, and the curved pieces here, and they attach here. And then this whole piece will come around here, and then the window, back glass will be in here.
And building panels up in here to attach.
Yeah, three-kick panels, yeah.
So I may, since this is working out good, I'm using my phone.
Yeah.
We don't have a video production guy, but it's just me doing it. So what I may do is next time you do one, just show up in your little room here every once in a while and take 10, 15 seconds of where you're at.
Oh, okay.
And do a reel, that way the DIY guys at home, now it's not easy, but you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll have to convince them how easy it is.
Okay.
And you can. When I was in high school, I upholstered my first car with my mom's sewing machine. Remember that real fuzzy stuff? You know, the big.
Oh, yeah.
I had a van when I was in high school. Of course, the top had a van, and the back had the arch bed in the back, and the mirror on the top. The whole it was like the dragon wagon.
Yeah, the old dragon wagon.
So, here's the start of the day. You've been busy on it.
Yeah.
So who's next? You know what? Reg is going to be here with the 32 next week. And I think he's the next one to poster. He's going to go over that, what we're going to poster. If he wants us to do it, maybe we'll do Reg's car.
All right, that'll work.
All right, so what's Daryl up to? I think this may make Bev and Robin happy. So we got the Midas touch. Looks like you built a hand on here. It's gonna grab you.
Oh.
Okay, so that's all fitted and together. You can kind of see how this bolts on separate. So when that bonds to the fender, it's gonna be on. So we got the bracket here all on. So now we're moving to the other side.
The same thing, only different.
Only opposite.
Yep.
It's too bad they have to be one off every time.
Every time.
So you drill, so you haven't done it, or you have?
I've already drilled the hole. Yeah, I've already drilled and tapped my hole.
You actually have to drill and tap the hole on the spindle. And here's a Daryl trick.
Yeah.
Well, what's the Daryl tip of the day? What are we gonna call that? We're gonna have this rubber stuff. I come by.
There's just rubber tubing.
Well, you got jammed in there. Oh, so the wheel don't turn.
Yep.
That's a good idea. Otherwise, when you put a fender on like that,
It wants to roll.
Just, roll the fender, or roll the wheel and the fender off. So there we go. This is coming together, looking good. I'm liking it. We got the green one here. This Dan's car. I don't think it has a name. But anyway, it's just kind of sitting here. But Ed is back in the house. And he is doing the rest of the parts for that green one. So we let the hood sit here for a minute. And of course, if you touch something, boy, it's gonna, the acid on your hand or whatever, it makes it rust. So you're gonna get the rest of the panels done for this one.
Yeah, they touched it.
They touched it. Do not ever touch it. I mean, back when I was painting a lot,
yeah,
you come and you touch some bare metal in my booth,
yeah,
I'd go off.
Look at it.
I mean, for real, I'd go off too.
That's what happened. People touched it.
That'd be like going into the booth when Ed's painting. I don't do that. So
we'll get it cleaned up though.
Getting it cleaned up. You got the other one cleaned up. This is not the one I was looking at, watching you stand this morning. Oh, you were doing that side.
Both sides.
So it's a lot of work to clean it up.
It is. There's a lot of crevices and corners, and when they do that, it does make it a little tougher.
So
I don't know
have
if
you
this
jammed
one.
have you jammed your finger yet?
No, I'm careful with that. It's sharp everywhere, boy.
It's sharp everywhere. Louvers.
Yeah.
Man, back in, you're too young for louvers.
No.
No, you remember louver and everything? Oh man, we were louver and everything. You had a louvered car. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
They definitely did a lot of it.
Man, I did a little bit.
Very
All right.
cool.
So we got Don
Good morning.
picking up the mess. So that's the new rules here. We're gonna clean up and be so organized. We won't know what to do. We'll be so organized. I've been
Chaos.
organized chaos, but it's no chaos. We're not gonna have chaos. I've been cleaning up for a year and a half, and I can still walk into a corner and pick up. Let me just go see what I can just randomly find here. Well, there's this random. Oh, the yellow car Tweety is going to come back any day. Yeah, there's random parts everywhere. What's in there? Who knows? Looks like shock or assist pieces for. What is this? So back it's empty. No. Yeah. So it's time to organize for me. Actually, yeah, it's time to organize for me. Bought this water jet table months ago, and I still don't have it up and running. I was excited to get it, and I'm still excited to get it. I'm the maintenance guy, but not today. Right now, the next month, I think, is get these turnkeys out and around the corner. But this is the pumps and the jets and all that for the water jet, so I need to understand how that works. I'm not the computer guy, but I can read a schematic and figure things out. So it's an older machine, but it was working when it came out of where it was. So we're just rebuilding it a little bit already. We got a couple of CNC plas tables. There's one over here. I think Daryl works on this one mostly, and I don't know why. I see Daryl on this one, and I see Josh on that one, so I don't know what the deal is there. Here we go. It's the Blue Bayou. Mike. So we got this about ready, but then as I thought we were ready, because I want to pull this apart and do the chassis, I didn't remember, I checked, thank goodness, that we have not set up the steering yet on it. This is one we've got the upholstery going through. Got the seat in there. It's going to get a leather interior. Looks like we already got the holes drilled for the defoggers. That we'll get air conditioning. Looks like we're already set up for the. Looks like 2 wipers on it. So we're going to be setting this one up, get the steering done, and then tear it down and paint this one pretty soon. And I'd really like to do a video on this one, assembly video with the independent front suspension. So we'll have to tear it apart, get everything painted, and put it back together. Which, if you've been watching, yesterday I finished this one up last night. It's just pretty much, it's the Mean Green machine here, Alan's car. Don and I were kind of working on it. Don painted it. I took the front, he took the back, and we got it together. I just told Daryl, it's all together, it's all assembled. I'm going to find the rest of the parts, get you all the brake parts, get everything, and once it's all sitting here, because it's been sitting around for a while, and didn't know what parts were where, so having all the parts ready on hand is critical. So I'm going to have Daryl at some point, not today and not next week, go ahead and start running the brake lines and methodically make sure everything is tight, from front to back, back to front, however his pattern is. But I want to make sure he has all his parts before he even starts, because it can be a pain when you start, you're on a roll, and then all of a sudden you're missing a part. So cleaning up the extra parts. Daryl gave you a tip yesterday using wrenches how to spread a bar. Here's my spreader, which I wound up using it a little bit too anyway, but if you don't have that, there's always tricks and tips. You don't have to have all expensive tools to get it done. Just be a little creative. So I'm grabbing Don today. Don and I are going up into the other building, up to the Trinity building. We're going to assemble up there. So you got them rear brakes figured out now, don't you? You ready to put some more rear brakes, disc brakes on a 9-inch?
No more than I did.
Okay, well, we'll see how quick they go today. So we're fixing to head up there, clean up our mess from yesterday. And so that'll be it for our live at 11:05 today. No, I'm going to show this one. I've heard comments about, oh, you show this one, you just keep talking about it, and you never do anything with it. Well, this is my kind of, I want to build this someday car. You got to build dreams. So I took and I widened the Model A sedan. You can kind of see how wide I made it. I got the fenders here. It looks good. I've actually took, you can kind of see that. I re-added the length to it to make it stock size. But what I want to do with this car at some point is put a curbside door, have it open suicide like a truck door would with no post in the middle, and just hinge the same way as like a truck would where the door opens. So that's my plan for this someday. And not just someday. When I get it done, I want to build a mold, and I have something else for my bucket list. I haven't been to the Louisville NSRA show for years and years and years. I'd like to go to that show again one time, have this product ready to launch, and put it in the new product preview area. I mean, there hadn't been anything super exciting in the street rod industry for quite a while, and I think this would be cool. The way I'm doing the floor and the fenders is one piece. I think it's a cool car. Whether you do or not, that's your opinion. And that's what's so great about hot rodding. We all get our own opinion. So there's kind of the update of where we're at today. We got a 34s, 32s, 32s, Model A's, a back room full of cars back there. You can kind of see them. We got a room back here full of cars that are ready to ship. Getting on that. These are the fenders for the Mean Green machine. Here's a couple frames ready to go. Empty jigs. It's kind of a good thing. Before we had parts on everything that were only half started and going. So that's it for today's live at 11:05.